Okay guys, so the tool or the assignment I'm going to be teaching you guys is actually how to teach kindergarten their sounds, their letter names, and how to read. So eventually the goal is for them to be able to read. And the program we're going to be using is the StarFall program right here, okay? Now, I'm going to start first by explaining to you what blended learning is, because that's part of the tool that we're going to be using. Blackboard describes blended learning as a formal education program in which a student learns at least in part through online learning with some elements of student control over time, place, path, and or pace. Okay. Now, StarFall is actually a program that is based mostly on reading, but it has some contents in math. For the reading part, students are able to use letter name games, letter sound games, and eventually it's going to guide them into leading them for reading. So it's going to start giving them videos for practice, videos for reading, word families, stuff like that that's actually going to help them to read, okay? Now, StarFall, guys, is also very based on Common Core. So any of the standards that StarFall uses are all based on Common Core. StarFall also offers a curriculum. So if your school ever wants to purchase a curriculum, the curriculum in StarFall falls under the Common Core and is very, very, very strongly supported by all the alignments under it and all the strategies under it, okay? Now, what I'm going to talk to you is about the materials you're going to need in order for your students or for yourself to be able to use it. And the materials are going to be, of course, you're going to need a computer, internet access, and headphones. So it's basic materials you need. Now we're going to go into the program so I can show you a little bit of the things the students will be able to do. Okay. Now students will be able to, Students are going to be able to go to the ABC website. This is the first part that you want them to start, because it's on top of it being free, it's the beginning of where you want them to start with their sounds and the phonemic awareness and all that, okay? So here it gives them access from letters A through Z, and these are incorporated into games. It repeats the letter sound, the name, and at the end it kind of assesses them towards the end, because it gives them a little game to sort the letter, the lowercase letter and the uppercase letter they need to do, and by sound. So it's really cool. Right here on the bottom, it has the ABC songs in order. It has little games, and it has the vowels, more in depth with the vowels. Okay, so it's a really, really, really good activity to use. Now, we're going to go back, and now this part is learn to read. So once you click on this one goes more in depth. So it has the word families. It has a book to go with what you just taught them, and then it has a skill for them to learn. Though it also offers little fun activities for them to do for the holidays, this is the main core that you want them to learn, okay? So it goes all the way down until they begin to the long vowels and short vowels as well, okay? Let me see if I can go back. Now, once it goes into there, since it's based on pre-K, first and second, students are able to go to It's Fun. So they start going through more content stuff. So it's not just reading and math. It can also attach it to art and music and poetry. Little things that maybe first grade and second grade might be able to use a little more, okay? We're going to go back. And it has an extension for first grade. So if you click first grade, it'll take you into the contents of that. It has the math areas. Now, the one thing I will tell you is in the math areas, some of the content you do have to buy. And in that one, it does have to buy. So the language arts or the reading and all that might be free, but some of the math content you'll have to buy. For example, I think the numbers it only offers 1 in 100. So you don't have to purchase the content for the other ones. But these are actually really fun games too. And it's not too expensive at all. Okay, let me go back. Now, we're going to talk about the grading and the assessment. Now, the program does not offer personal grading or grading through the system. It'll assess them informally through a game. And in order for you to be able to find out how they did, you would have to be standing behind them. So what I would recommend you to do is build your own chart with uppercase, lowercase, and sounds. And then just ask the students to go down the alphabet cards or anything you may have, and ask them if they know that letter, for them to tell you the name and the sound, maybe for them to write it, and then you just mark it, and here you can put the dates that they did it and how many of them they were able to recognize until they eventually know all of them. And then from that, you also have your DRA, your benchmarks that you can test them for reading and all that, that'll be based on a little higher. But for kindergarten, this is a good start point. Now, if you do buy the program or the membership or whatever, if you do decide to do that, one thing it does do that's really cool, it kind of keeps track of your students. So it tells you what students were using what programs, so that you can eventually tell them, you know what, I'm looking at your activity in there and I want you to gear it more towards this letter, because this is the letter that you need more help with, or you want them to learn a little bit more. So you can assign things like that for them to be able to do, because if you didn't have the membership, you just know that they're using the program, so that's all. But overall, it's a really good program on that part. The learning theory that I would base this more is on their constructivist, because students are able to explore the website, they're able to use what they want, they're able to gain the knowledge on the areas that they feel they might need a little bit more. So I would say it's more constructivist, and the information is not only given to them. Sometimes they do have to go into the game, like I said, the little game they have towards the end, and the students have to be able to divide them. And I'll do one of the letters so you guys can kind of see how one of the games is, okay? And then it also allows children to view different games and contents in order to take learning into their hands. So that's exactly what I was telling you. Let me go into the game to show you a little bit. Let me go into the letter. Let's go into the letter A. The kids are able to press the buttons again if they want to hear the sound again. See? And then they click the arrow to go to the next activity. Okay. And now they would have to click the images in order for them to be able to do it.
Apple.
So as they're doing it, you will start hearing kids saying and repeating what they're reading or what they're listening to, okay? They can always go back to the previous one, or they can continue to the next activity. Okay, and it'll show them more words with it.
Alligator.
Okay.
Astronaut.
As you can see, the content is really, really engaging for somebody at the kindergarten age. I mean, I find it entertaining, but at the kinder age, this is super entertaining for them. It's hands-on, it's engaging, it catches their attention, and they're constantly repeating the sound. So the more they practice it, the easier the sound and the letter is going to start coming to them. Okay,
Click and drag the letters to the correct basket.
this is the game I was telling you.
A. Lowercase a.
Okay, so it'll give them those names so they know where to put them, and then the kids can just drag them where they belong. As they drag them, it says the sound, so it's reinforcing what they just previously learned. Okay. Let's finish it. Oops. Okay.
Woohoo! That was great.
And then the kids can go to the next letter. So as you can see, it's very, very engaging. Let me show you the learn to read. It's kind of the same. It follows the same pattern. The only thing is the content is a little bit more extensive.
Make a word with and to match the picture.
So as you can see now, it challenges the student to be able for them to drag the things. And they're constantly hearing the sounds. Oh, sorry. It has to be the picture or the letter that goes with the word.
Can, pan.
Okay, and then we just drag it. So it
pan,
is an extremely good website for kindergarten at that age, you know. It'll give them exactly what they need to do to be able to do the things. All right. Thank you for staying with me and listening to my rant. I hope this was helpful. I hope you are able to use it in the near future. And if you have any other questions, let me know. Have a great day. Bye.